I'm cutting it close with this one. We're getting quite close to the 1 week mark of one of the episodes airing. I do try and get these out before we reach the second episode of an anime. But so it is this season. Everything's been sort of squashed together. I've not had much time to breathe between watching anime episodes. There's been quite a few good series though, and a few more good ones as well today for me to take a look at, and let you know what I think of them as well. And be sure to leave in comments what you think of them, because this is a 2020 autumn anime preview, from a different perspective. Welcome to World of Our Last Week Raid of The Rise of a New World, an anime which can't really decide what its title wants to be, so we chose both of them. Either that or just another random fantasy series trying to go for the longest title ever. It failed, by the way. But welcome to this fantasy world with witches and knights going about killing witches, and this isn't exactly a fantasy world, it's a sort of pseudo-modern fantasy magical or JRPG setting. As you got these rival factions or rival countries, I'm not sure exactly which. Not really told much in the first episode. All we really see in the first episode is our main character break a witch out of prison, get sentenced to prison, and get recruited to kill loads of witches. So there's that. Our main character this time being Isuka, who in no way not a super powerful, super pretty boy who is going to attract all the ladies in the anime. No sirree, not at all. And at the start of the series, we do see him breaking out a witch from prison. Again, we don't know why he does that, but apparently they capture and I don't take too kindly to it, and so they lock him in prison for a while. And the evil-looking Council of 10, is it 10? Forget how many exactly, decide they actually want to let him free to go and fight some super powerful witch. The Ice Calamity Witch, they call her. And so he reunites with his school friends or school squad to go out hunting witches. Now, Isuka is relatively much a straightforward main character type. He doesn't say much, he doesn't really do much, he's just there to look pretty and kill the bad guys. You also got his friends, you got the cute redhead who is clearly attracted to him. You got the very short leader who is very much attracted to him. You got the pretty boy best friend who is very much Emiya from Fate Stay Night. And of course you got Isuka, and they go out in this Humvee, try and fight find this Ice Calamity Witch and kill her. Because that's what he's been released from prison to do. But why? We don't know exactly why. There's been some kind of witch calamity and witches are being blamed with everything. Again, we don't know exactly what's going on here. I'm sure I'll tell us more about that in the future episodes. It's very much an introduction to the main cast. Let's talk about that main girl, shall we? The Ice Calamity Witch. And what a beautiful witch she is as well. Because she's a powerful mage and she basically freezes an entire area in ice. Also shown her maid or bodyguard or assistant who summons earth golems who get taken down quite quickly by Isuka. And once you know it, in battle, Isuka and the witch have very close fight. He sort of has the upper edge, she potentially has a chance to kill him, but she slips and falls and he catches her and rescues her in the middle of a fight between each other. Yep, middle of a fight to a death, he has her in a princess hold. That's not a sign of things to come, is it? And at the end of the episode, they have a chance encounter. She's blubbering her eyes at an opera, kind of strangely from behind her, passes her with a handkerchief to wipe her eyes and wipe her tears into. And so the lights come up after the opera, and they see each other. Enemies facing each other. We're just allies in the opera. What's to come next? Well, you know what's going to come next, don't you? Big shot, they threaten to fight each other, but they're stopped, and eventually they grow to love each other and become main characters as a couple. I don't know that, I'm just predicting that. We've all seen anime like this before. It's quite predictable. It's not a great show. I mean, the show does have promise. As I say, the Ice Calamity Witch is very, very beautiful. And it didn't completely and utterly throw me off and push me away in that first episode. But it is very predictable. If you are interested in this one, you can find it airing over at Funimation. Akudama Drive is a show that starts off super flashy, and it doesn't really go away throughout the entire episode, as we got this weird cyberpunk dystopia looking place. She's advertising live capital punishment for your entertainment. Don't know what kind of world this is. It's not a world which we really want to live in, is it? We meet our main character, an ordinary person. I'm not just saying that, that is what she's called. She's just referred to as ordinary person. And she's going home from work. Very nice, straightforward, friendly girl. Saves a cat from a road. Causes a bit of a crash, but she saves a cat, which is fine. And in doing so, she finds herself not too far from a takoyaki stand and decides to order herself some takoyaki. There's another guy there who's ordering it, bit of a weirdo, and as he's leaving, he drops his money. And of course, ordinary person picks up the money and goes to hand it to him. He says, "No, drop money's bad luck." Don't want it. Unfortunately, when she goes back to the takoyaki stand to pick up her food, she's told they don't accept plastic, they only accept money. And she's got no money on her, so she can't pay with money. So, could you hold it here? We're back in a moment. I'm just going to go to a cash point to get some money. But no. The store owner is not taking any of that. They see the money in her hand. They think, okay, she's just going to leg it. It's going to waste my time. I'm going to call the police. And so, ordinary person is collared by the police and taken to a police station. What kind of dystopia is this, where you get arrested for wanting to go and pay for your food and not wanting to use somebody else's money? I mean, she's honest to a fault. Quite literally, in this case, it's the honesty which caused the fault, which got her arrested. There she is, being interrogated by a robot in a police station, right as this live execution is going to happen. What she doesn't realise is that 4 other people, Courier, the Doctor, the Hacker and the Brawler, have all been summoned to try and save the Cutthroat from his execution. Now these 4 people are what we call Akudama. They are criminals who are given tasks to try and do stuff. They got huge crimes. If they got convicted, they'll be in jail for not just the rest of their lives, but about 5 or 6 lifetimes in some cases. But they're all somehow, for some reason, summoned to try and save this Cutthroat, the worst out of a lot of them, from his execution. She's there sort of stuck in between the 4 of them as they confront each other. So yeah, she's about to lose her life. And so she does what anyone would do in that situation. She tries to bluff her way out of it. Some reason I buy it. I mean, I wouldn't. But whatever, they buy it. She's one of them, apparently. And so they go to try and save this Cutthroat. Now, one thing leads to another. There's a big brawl in the arena. People get their entertainment just not the way they expected to. And Cutthroat escapes. Courier delivers a package, which ends up being collars. Now, if you know dystopian world and criminals, you know what these collars are, don't you? Yay! Your hands up if you guessed. Battle Royale exploding collars. Yeah, me too. Akudama Drive is very much style anime first, but is substance there. It's not an immediate turn off for me, which, given the type of anime it is, should tell you a lot about it. It's a very attractive anime. It's quite CG, so if you like CG anime, this is for you. If you don't like CG anime, steer well clear. I could tell this was heavy CG, but it looked good. It wouldn't distract me from it. I'm probably not going to watch more unless I get bored on Thursday, which, given this season, not likely. But if I do, I'll be watching it over at Funimation. Finally, we're back to some more Yuri, and I'm officially calling Thursdays this season's Yuri Day, because not only do we have Assault Lily Bouquet on a Thursday, we also have Adachi and Shimamura, the true Yuri of the season. And when I say true Yuri, I'm not on about any anime which sort of hints at relationships between girls, Yuri bait, that sort of crap. Adachi and Shimamura is very much a Yuri show. It's about 2 girls who start as friends and grow to like each other. Welcome to the world of Sakura Adachi and Hagetsu Shimamura, 2 girls who are skipping class, and doing so on the upstairs of a gym just playing table tennis all the time. And that's pretty much all what really happened in this episode. We get some fantastic, just soft, slow interactions between Shimamura and Adachi. We get just their random, just day-to-day conversations. We do meet some of Shimamura's friends. We meet with Taeko Negafuji and Akira Hino, who are 2 friends who Adachi is not too keen on because Adachi is very much a loner. She doesn't really have many friends. Probably because she's skipping all the time, but Shimamura is skipping and she's got friends, so maybe she doesn't skip as much. Who knows? We meet someone in a spacesuit, a very short person in a spacesuit who swims and does fishing. And says, pshtik, 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 a lot. I have no idea why the spaceman says pshtik a lot, but they do. And that is the most surreal part of the episode, just random things, just random segments of a spaceman just going pshtik all the time. And just turning up fishing, talking about the fish. But the real joy of this episode is just watching the slow, soft interactions between Adachi and Shimamura. Now the anime is titled Adachi and Shimamura for a reason, because this is just their story. It's about 2 girls growing as friends, and hopefully maybe more towards the end of it. I'm sure we'll learn more about both Adachi and Shimamura throughout the entire series, and probably the characters as well. Probably even the astronaut at some point, although I'm not too sure about that one. But if you like soft, slow, romance anime, quiet characters, going about their lives, and growing to love each other, whether or not you like Yuri or not, Adachi and Shimamura will probably be your bag. If you do like Yuri, this is definitely one you want to look at. And if you just like action and adventure, steer clear. I don't think there's going to be any of that here. Or over at Spaceman, who knows. If you did want to watch Adachi and Shimamura, it's airing over at Funimation. This season asks us a very, very important question. Is the Order a rabbit? Well, is it? Punk? that's definitely not the type of feeling I want to go into a series, because Izzy or the Rabbit Bloom is a third series of the Izzy or the Rabbit anime, all about girls who are working in cafes in this random German-looking setting. And my god, it's one of the cutest anime you've ever seen in your life. This thing should come with cavity warnings, and frankly, I don't care, because if anime can be this cute, who needs sugar? Now, if you've seen the original few series of Izzy or the Rabbit, then you know exactly what you're going to be getting here. It's basically more of the same. Your main characters, Coco and Chino, who are effectively big sis and little sis, although not really. Chino is a shy little thing, effectively running the coffee shop on her own, helped by her father. You've got Coco, who, at the start of season 1, moves in with Chino as an exchange student, helps her with a cafe, and all in all, treats Chino like a little sister, loves her, hugs her, and wants to be a big sister. Chino's sort of resistant against the idea at first, but Chino's an affectionate little thing as well, really. You got the other staff member, Rize, who is this super rich girl who is in love with her guns and militaria. She's got a really cute side to her as well, and she's got a huge amount of admirers, none more so than Sharo, the poor girl in a rich school who doesn't want to act like she's poor. Is easily the most tsundere character out of a lot of them. You got the sort of weird one, Chia, who works in a tea house, not a coffee shop. Sharo actually works in a maid cafe in case you're interested, but Chia works in her family's tea shop. And not really rivals, they have similar sort of clientele, there's no real rivalry there, but she's definitely the weird one of the bunch. And of course you got Tippy, Chino's grandfather, who is also a rabbit on Chino's pet. You know what, they make more sense if I do this. There you are, that's Tippy on top of her head. Adorable. Yeah, I brought that out just purely simply so I could just show off Chino. Because, let's be honest, if you like cute anime, you're gonna absolutely... I don't even need to tell you to watch it, because if you want to watch this one, you've already seen it. I'm just telling you that it's good, and you already know that because you already seen the episode. Everything you love about the first two series is back. You got Megami and Maya being Megami and Maya. You got Aoyama being a weird Aoyama. Chino, Coco, Rize, all back to their perfect selves. You got new uniforms. Short sleeve uniforms for summer. That's part of the whole draw of the episode, actually, just creating those things. You got Sharo, being much more proactive than usual, actually. Making use of her poor girl skills to get some good bargains. And Chia just being Chia and being incorrigible. As I say, if you're going to watch this one, you've already seen it, so you don't need to tell me you have to watch it. I'm definitely watching it. I mean, I paid a good whack of money in a charity auction for a poster from this anime, of course I'm watching it. But you have to ask yourself, is the Order a Rabbit? Yes it is. And how are you going to watch this one? On Crunchyroll or on High Dive. Some truly predictable results from today's previews. I think anyone would look to two of them and thought, yep, he's definitely going to like those shows. But I don't think anyone thought I was going to like the other two as much as I did, even though I didn't really rate them. But let me know in the comments what you thought about it, and join me next time as I look at 5 more episodes as we approach the end of the season. Thanks for watching, bye bye.